Well, hooked up big time, hooked up big time. This ain't a, I don't think this is a trout. I think this is probably a red. And I left my hat again. I mean, I've caught so many sharks this week. The head shake's almost identical to a shark. Oh my God, I love you. They has hooked me up with my hat. Yes. Now we can do some fishing. I don't know if y'all can see that, but we're just gonna tighten up the drag, make sure it's working. They were like, oh, the reds are gone. You got here late. Well, might got here late, but I brought the right bait. I tell you what, when it mad dog fishing, when it comes to redfish, golly, I can't go wrong. There's like a decent fish too. We're gonna go get the water. Well, I had to go fetching about the surf, but there you go. Oh! Come here, girl. Look at those spots. Is that not beautiful? Absolutely love these redfish. You hooked up? I need to get a line out. Looks like this is a baby. Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into Mad Dog Fishing. Well, we're going to quickly wrap up part 2 of surf fishing tactics. And we're going to talk about terminal tackle, and we're going to talk about equipment, and then we're going to go back over baits. And we're going to wrap this up really quick. I use 2 kinds of setups when I'm fishing in the surf. I use a fish finder rig. Actually, I use 3 setups. A fish finder rig, a Carolina rig, and a dropper rig, like a pompano rig. And I'll show you each of those. Now, as far as tackle, my preferred rod of choice is a 12-foot rod. And the reason I like a 12-foot rod, because it gets my line above the breakers when the surf is really rough, and I can get just a little bit more distance with it. And they're just fun to use when you're catching these big bull reds. Now, I use these Academy Sports H2O $50 rods. Great rod. Tear it up, take it back, get another one. Now, all my reels, my surf reels for the most part, are the Penn Spin Fisher SSV. Now, all my surf reels are paired with 30-pound Power Pro, and I like it because it's kind of a universal line. It's light enough to get distance, and it's strong enough I can really put some pressure on these big fish, because I do target redfish more than I do pompano or anything else. And I also focus on a lot of big black drum, if you've seen some of my videos. Now, as far as the fish finder rig, it's a pretty simple setup. You got your braided line or your main line, and you just put a clip barrel swivel on there. I don't know if you can see that or not. And that way you can change out your weights, you know, according to the surf. You know, if you can get away with a 2-ounce pyramid weight, great. If not, you can up it up to a 4 or 5. And I follow that up with a little bead. The bead is just to protect the knot going against the barrel swivel. and then I use a high performance barrel swivel followed by a leader. Usually I use 50-pound leader material. This is 80 because we were dealing with some bluefish and sharks this week. They still bite me off, but you know, not as quite as often. And then my hook of choice when I'm targeting these big bull reds is a Gamakatsu Octopussy circle hook. I use it whether I'm fishing with blue crabs, mullet, and I like it because it gets them right in the corner of the mouth just about every time, and it keeps from harming the fish. Now my second setup, this is a dropper rig, and when I'm trying to locate these fish, whether it's during the day or at night, and if you'll notice, most of my fishing's at night lately, that way I don't have to deal with the crowds, and it's a little bit more peaceful out there. But you can catch these reds during the day, they're just more predictable at night. But all I'm using is a double dropper pompano rig. Salty down here in Gulf Shores supplies me with pompano rigs, and of course I make my own for my own personal use. I don't sell them or anything. And I use fish gum or either fish bites, and I just let the fish dictate what they want. You know, some days they want mullet, some days they want crab, some days they don't care what you put out there. But as the water temperature starts getting cooler, I will switch over to mostly these dropper rigs and fish gum. You know, it's a concentrated scent bait, and the fish seem to love it. And I've caught, actually my biggest redfish came off of a dropper rig a couple of years ago. It's 47 inches, and I've yet to get close. I think last year I had a 45 and a 44, but I'm looking for that 50 incher. Now I'm just going to wrap this up really quick. This is my third take on this video because I wanted it short and sweet and to the point. Let's see, I'm already into 4 minutes. But you can use inshore equipment. I have one set up over there, but I've got a swim bait on it. And you can get by with it, setting it up like a Carolina rig and putting your shrimp or a bull minnow or even a finger mullet and just letting it drift with the current once you locate those reds. And guys, cast net, I use a cast net because I catch my own bait, as you saw in the last video. It's just I just love catching my own bait. It's just what I prefer, but I do go to the bait store every now and then and pick up bull minnows if I'm feeling lazy. But it's work to get out there and catch a bait, whether it's crab. I mean, you got to take a couple hours and go hunt down crab to get those. Mullet, not quite as hard. You just got to know where to look for them. And I showed you some of the places in my last video, and I'll put a link right up here to that last video. Anyway guys, that's gonna wrap it up. I got all my equipment cleaned up because I've been going out just about every night this week and doing really good. So got it cleaned up, ready to load back up and head back out for some more action. Last night I did keep a few fish and put up about 20 pounds of fillets today, so I'm good on fish for a while. So, and I practice catch and release almost exclusively, but every now and then I like to keep some for the dinner table, and that's what I did last night. Guys, thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It means a lot to me, helps out the channel a lot, and you know, just motivates me and really gets me excited. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the water.